Imagine our planet, the vibrant Earth, drained of its lifeblood water. Picture the rivers, lakes and oceans that once sparkled under the sun, now reduced to barren expanses. The lush forests and green fields that once thrived, now withered and brown. The once blue oceans are now vast, echoing deserts of salt. The waves that once crashed against the shores are now silent, replaced by the eerie stillness of salt flats stretching endlessly. Rivers and lakes, once teeming with life, are empty scars on the landscape. The fish, the plants, the animals that depended on these waters are gone, leaving behind only cracked earth and desolation. Clouds no longer paint the sky, their life-giving rain vanished. The once dynamic and ever-changing sky is now a static, empty expanse, devoid of the promise of rain. Gone are the lush forests, the emerald carpets of grasslands. The trees that once stood tall and proud are now lifeless husks, and the grasslands that once swayed in the breeze are now barren and still. In their place stretches a parched wasteland, brown and desolate. The vibrant colours of life have been replaced by the dull, lifeless hues of a world without water. The air, once alive with the scent of rain and the murmur of streams, hangs heavy, thick with dust and despair. Breathing becomes a struggle, as the dust chokes the life out of the very air we need to survive. This is Earth without water, a stark testament to the life-giving power we so often take for granted. It is a reminder of the delicate balance that sustains life on our planet and the devastating consequences when that balance is disrupted. Without water, the human body is a ticking clock. 3 days, maybe 4, is all we have before the relentless grip of dehydration tightens. Thirst, at first a nagging discomfort, becomes a burning obsession. Our bodies, starved of the essential element, begin to shut down. Organs fail, skin shrivels, and the mind, once sharp and alert, descends into a haze of confusion. The once familiar rhythm of life, the beating of our hearts, the flow of blood through our veins, becomes a desperate struggle for survival. Without water, there is no escape from the inevitable. The disappearance of water triggers a global catastrophe, a terrifying freefall into anarchy. Cities, once vibrant hubs of human activity, descend into chaos. Food supplies dwindle, electricity grids collapse, and communication networks fall silent. Panic spreads like wildfire as the realization dawns. Water, the elixir of life, is gone. Governments, overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the disaster, are powerless to stop the descent into chaos. Desperate crowds surge through the streets, fighting for scraps of food and dwindling supplies of bottled water. The fabric of civilization, so carefully woven over millennia, unravels with terrifying speed. The natural world, deprived of its lifeblood, mirrors the suffering of humanity. Forests, once vibrant with the colours of life, transform into skeletal graveyards. The symphony of birdsong falls silent, replaced by the eerie whisper of the wind whistling through dead branches. Animals, driven mad by thirst, roam the barren landscape in a futile search for water. The delicate balance of ecosystems collapses. Predator turns on predator, driven by desperation. The intricate web of life, woven over millennia of evolution, unravels thread by thread. Earth, once a paradise of biodiversity, becomes a silent, desolate tomb. Section 5. The Climate Unchained, a World of Extremes. The disappearance of water unleashes havoc on our planet's climate. Without the moderating influence of oceans and lakes, temperatures swing wildly between scorching days and frigid nights. The atmosphere, no longer replenished by evaporating water, dries, leaving the planet vulnerable to the full fury of the sun. Weather patterns, once predictable, become erratic and extreme. Dust storms of unprecedented ferocity rage across continents, choking the life out of anything in their path. The delicate balance that made Earth habitable for millennia is shattered, leaving a hostile and unforgiving world in its wake. Section 6. Technology to the rescue, the limits of innovation. Faced with such a cataclysm, can human ingenuity provide a lifeline? Could we desalinate the oceans, now vast salt plains, perhaps tap into hidden reserves deep within the Earth, or even, as a last resort, seek water on distant planets? The challenges are immense, the solutions fraught with uncertainty. Desalination on a global scale requires unimaginable amounts of energy. Drilling for deep earth aquifers is a gamble, the water often too mineral-rich for consumption. And the dream of reaching distant planets for water remains just that, a distant dream, years, perhaps decades away. Section 7, a future without blue, can we avoid catastrophe? The scenario of a world without water is a stark warning, a chilling glimpse into a dystopian future. Imagine waking up to a world where rivers have run dry, lakes have turned into barren basins, and the once vibrant oceans are now desolate and lifeless. This is not just a distant possibility, but a looming threat if we continue on our current path. While the complete disappearance of water is unlikely, the message is clear. Our dependence on this precious resource is absolute. Every drop counts, and every action we take today will determine the availability of water tomorrow. From the water we drink to the food we grow, our very existence hinges on this vital element. We are inextricably linked to the fate of water, our survival intertwined with its existence. Communities around the world rely on clean water for their daily needs, and the health of our ecosystems depends on it. Without water, life as we know it would cease to exist. This is not a future we are powerless to prevent. Through collective action and sustainable practices, we can safeguard our water resources. Simple measures like conserving water, reducing pollution, and protecting natural habitats can make a significant difference. Education and awareness are key to driving change and inspiring others to join the cause. By understanding the vital role water plays in our lives and the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems, we can take steps to ensure that future generations inherit a world where water continues to flow. It is our responsibility to act now, to cherish and protect this precious resource, so that the beauty and vitality of our planet can be preserved for all time. Section 8. The importance of every drop, a call for conservation. The first step towards safeguarding our future is recognizing the value of every drop of water. Conservation, often dismissed as a trivial act, becomes a matter of paramount importance. Simple changes in our daily lives, shorter showers, fixing leaky faucets, choosing drought-resistant plants can have a significant impact. On a larger scale, we must invest in sustainable water management practices, from efficient irrigation systems to rainwater harvesting. Educating future generations about the importance of water conservation is paramount. Every individual has a role to play in protecting this precious resource. Section 9. Lessons from a dry future changing our ways. The spectre of a waterless world compels us to rethink our relationship with nature itself. We can no longer afford to treat our planet as an inexhaustible resource. Sustainable practices, once considered optional, become essential for our survival. We must embrace technologies that reduce water consumption in agriculture and industry. We must protect our existing water sources from pollution and overuse. The future of humanity hinges on our ability to learn from the lessons of a potential water crisis. Section 10. Water is life, our responsibility to protect it. Water is the lifeblood of our planet, coursing through the veins of our ecosystems and sustaining every form of life. It is the foundation upon which all life depends, from the tiniest microorganisms to the largest mammals. Its preservation is not just an environmental concern, it is a matter of human survival and well-being. From the smallest organism to the largest mammal, all living things are united by their dependence on this precious resource. Every drop of water is a testament to the interconnectedness of life on Earth. The choices we make today will determine the fate of water and, in turn, the fate of humanity. Our actions, whether big or small, have a ripple effect on the availability and quality of water. Let us not take this vital resource for granted. The drying riverbeds and parched earth are stark reminders of the consequences of neglect. Let us choose to be responsible stewards of this irreplaceable resource, taking steps to conserve and protect it, ensuring that future generations inherit a world where water continues to flow freely and abundantly, a world where life in all its diversity and wonder can flourish. Together, we can make a difference by adopting sustainable practices, supporting conservation efforts, and raising awareness about the importance of water. By educating ourselves and others, we can inspire a collective movement towards a more sustainable future. Let us honor our responsibility to protect water, the essence of life, for ourselves and for generations to come.